I put 126 teams in a playoff in NCAA Football 23. This is better than March Madness. There are more teams, and every small football school finally has a chance to compete for a national championship. The two teams that get buys are Georgia and Alabama. This is at the Swamp, boys. I wouldn't say the refs got paid. Yeah, that's game right there. Arizona State should cream Air Force here. Air Force pulled off the upset. They were 13 overalls worse. Here on 1st and 10, let's see what Minnesota can do. Is that a dot? Minnesota takes a 1-point lead, assuming they make the extra point. Well, Miami fans, you are not having a good day. 4-3, that's game. It's not. 4th and 14. 4th and 14, and no upset for Georgia Tech. Illinois goes on the road, and they won in the first round. A huge upset here would really mess with chat. It can change fast. 35 all. 4, 3, 2, 1, game. This is going to overtime. Michigan scored a touchdown. Iowa State scored a touchdown, but they missed the extra point, or they went for 2. I didn't mean to sim it. Michigan comes out on top. It is 20-13. Missouri has a lead in the third quarter. They're now up 2 possessions. They're up 30-13. Michigan State is going out in the first round of the tournament. 26-7. Kentucky is absolutely obliterating LSU at home, and Kentucky is going to be going on to round number 2. On 1st and 10, let's see what happens here. Drake May throws an interception, and North Carolina is going out in the first round of the tournament. Nevada, Ohio up 7 here. Are we going to overtime? We are. All right. Nevada ended up winning on a touchdown. In the fourth quarter, this is still a close game. Pitt takes a nice lead. Navy goes back and responds, and Navy is going to go down, and this went to overtime. Here we are in overtime. Navy's taking a field goal to take a 3-point lead on Pitt, but in the end, Pitt was able to throw a touchdown and win the game. In the fourth quarter, Vanderbilt is losing to Texas State at home. This is an upset on the line, and Vanderbilt comes out on top. No, they don't. Texas State scores in the last second, and Vanderbilt is going down, boys. Tulane is going to end up coming out on top against Virginia unless they score here. We're in overtime now, and Tulane ends up winning. This will be a good game. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh, I just looked. In the fourth quarter, UTSA is destroying Washington. Washington's getting upset in the first round at home. I see someone saying they have Virginia Tech. They are going with the upset here. And here on the last play of the game, we're going to see if the upset is finally pulled off, and it is. Texas A&M is out in the first round. They fall to Virginia Tech. We are going into the second round of the bracket, boys. We're 50% through on each one. We're going to the north section first. One of these teams is going to have to face Alabama in the next round, so whoever has a better chance of beating Alabama is who we want to see win pretty much. In the fourth quarter, Boston College has a 3-point lead over Arkansas. They score a touchdown, and Boston College comes out on top. Eastern Michigan is putting up a fight here. At halftime, they have a 1-point lead. They're now up 8 on the Tigers. Is Eastern Michigan going to pull off a crazy upset at Clemson? Eastern Michigan is going to get it done. Clemson is out in the second round. They lose at home to Eastern Michigan. All right, here we have Duke and BYU. BYU is not playing well at home. Duke is going in and absolutely railing them. Bowling Green is obliterating Air Force. Bowling Green is going to be going on. Memphis up 14 early on Kentucky, 21-0. Not what I was expecting right there. Not at all. It's 31-17. I mean, they could still come back. Maybe I spoke too soon. The Wildcats are only within 7, but no. San Diego State is up 17-0 early on the Ducks, 20-0 now. Oregon's starting to fight back. They're within 6 now. San Diego State responds to get a 2-possession lead. The Ducks are back within 1 possession. Here we go. It's coming down to this. Oregon is not going to be able to win. Rice has a 2-point lead over Stanford right now. They are at home. That is their advantage. 15 all in the fourth quarter. Rice goes down. They don't score. And we are going to overtime, and then they scored again right after. Rice intercepted Stanford on their 3rd possession in overtime, and from there, they should be able to just go down, kick a field goal, win, and they are able to do so. Rice is going to upset Stanford 32-29. Ohio State with the 2-possession lead here in the fourth quarter. Ole Miss gets it within 1 possession. They just tied up the game. CJ Stroud, they threw a touchdown. In the end, Ohio State was able to get away with the win with a touchdown in overtime. Less than 2 minutes left in the game. It's 2nd and 20. It's not looking great for Eastern Michigan, but they're not out of it yet. This is still a very winnable game. On 4th and 8, game on the line here, and that's a sack. Duke is going to probably escape with the win. Rice is only down 3 still. They're up by 8. Rice driving. Can they pull off the upset here? This is the last play of the game. Rice's last chance to win it. The throw is in the air, and It did not end up going well for Rice. USF actually is only down by 1 here in the third quarter. USF takes a 2-point lead here. In the end, USF was not able to take down Texas. All right, Texas, USC, Washington State, Utah. Here we go. Alabama, Cincinnati. Can Cincinnati with Desmond Ridder, because the rosters aren't fixed, beat Alabama? And in the end, Bryce Young scores, and Alabama beats the Cincinnati team from last season. Arizona has a 2-possession lead here on Duke. Duke's right back in it. Arizona is going on to the Elite Eight with a 3-point win over Duke. All right, let's see what Georgia can do. Stetson Bennett incomplete, 3-yard rush. What happened? In the end, Stetson Bennett threw a touchdown pass to win the game. As you all can see, it's going to be a close game. I have no clue which one of these SEC schools is going to go on, but it looks like it's going to end up being Missouri now, and now the Tigers come out on top. And NC State is deserving a spot in the Elite Eight. They're playing amazing football at home against Syracuse. NC State gave them that good D, and they made a comeback at the end, but 27-19, that's the end. NC State is going on to the Elite Eight. If Oklahoma State scores a touchdown here, they will upset Ohio State. They went with the halfback screen. What is the AI doing? And in the end, the Longhorns come out on top, 24-18. USC is out of the tournament. I think Utah's probably going to go on to the Final Four. This game was never even a close contest. Arizona's defense has not been good enough for this to really matter. I think Alabama's going to blow them out. Even when I try to mix it up, it doesn't matter. Alabama still makes it. Missouri now up 24-10. Is Missouri going to put Georgia out, go on to the Final Four? And Missouri has the ball now, 2nd and 21. Here's Georgia and Wildcat. And it looks like they're going to score a touchdown. They got stopped short. Georgia scores their touchdown. And Wildcat again. Missouri is running, and they are going to tie up the game. Nathaniel Pete gets it done here on 1st and goal. That's game. 5 seconds left. Missouri scores another touchdown on Georgia. W's in the chat if you wanted Missouri to win right there. We have 2 more matchups before the Final Four. Big 4th and 3 right here. NC State pitches it on the option, and Ohio State's going to lock up. That's probably the end of the game. Texas goes up 7-0 early on Utah. Trying to get it done. Cam Rising bounces back. 16-7 all of a sudden. Will the Longhorns be able to come back? They now are up 22-16. Texas on top right here. Utah scores. Here on 1st and 10, Texas has the ball back after a missed field goal by Utah, and Quinn Ewers throws an interception straight to the Utah defense. I don't know what he was thinking there. No one was open. So Missouri is going on to the Final Four. So we're going to set the first Final Four matchup in here real quick. Let me go ahead and put Missouri and Georgia. Or not Missouri and Georgia, Alabama and Georgia. My bad, boys. My bad. We're going to go ahead and put Ohio State in the Final Four. The last team in the Final Four is Utah. Why? Why does Alabama always have to do this to us, man? We can never avoid Alabama. I do 126 teams in a bracket, and they are still there. We want to see something different than Ohio State and Alabama in the national championship, but it doesn't look like that is what's going to happen. 42-21 here in the 4th quarter. Yeah, this game's over. Here on 2nd and goal, Bryce Young is going to scramble it in, and that's going to give Alabama a 31-14 point lead. CJ Stroud needs to score a touchdown here, and that's what he was able to do. It is still a 2-possession game, though. It's 34-21. CJ Stroud trying to respond back. Here on 1st and goal, CJ Stroud on the last play of the game is going to throw a bad pass, and the final score is 34-21. That was definitely the most entertaining tournament I have ever been a part of.